again. I just wanted to make this video, this quick one again today, to show you a couple things I came up with. So first I want to show you, on August 1st, I made this video, some earthquake activity near Cleveland Volcano, Alaska, and at that time you can see it was at this level, which is advisory, the A in the middle of a yellow triangle. And this day I said that because of those earthquakes that I had been seeing, that it was likely going to progress. The warning was going to get bigger. And now we look at it today and they're into watch right before warning, which I believe is pretty much it's about to blow up. So that, as well as the volcano in Hawaii, are both on that level. And so what I did today, I was hoping that I could recruit some help from you guys. I went through and looked at the earthquakes and I found clusters. And in places that I found clusters, I checked here to see if there were volcanoes there. And so I came up with a list of areas that we could look for possible plume activity, because there are this many at least areas that are volcanic that are having earthquake activity right now, clusters of earthquakes right now. So we'll just go through. The first area I found is Healy to the North Pole, Alaska. Well, Healy to North Pole, not the North Pole. So that's the cluster I found, is up in here. And the volcano, as we can see right above, or right below, actually right around this little white ridge right here. So if we look right around the little white ridge, here is Buzzard Creek. Here is a, it's unassigned, which means that they're not really paying attention to it because it's not doing much. But that could change, as I'm showing you now. So one area that we should look for plumes on radar is between Healy to North Pole, Alaska, which is between here. And the next one that I found, Santa Rosa to Redding, California. We'll zoom in so you can see it. Right here, we see a huge cluster of, they're small quakes, but there's so many of them right here. And that would be right near here, Clear Lake Volcano. So another area, Santa Rosa to Redding, California, Clear Lake Volcano. Look for plume activity there. Okay, another one I found was Madera, California to Tonopah, Nevada. And this, actually, to me, is the big one, because where that lies is a main area of volcanic activity, as well as right on top of the huge caldera, Long Valley Volcanic Center, which is Long Valley Caldera, a supervolcano underneath California. So if we look here, we see that there are some small quakes. So since there is so much volcanic activity around here, I wanted to for sure include this area, because even though there's only a few, it could turn into more very quickly, considering this is the group of volcanoes that is right there, and that one of the supervolcanoes is underneath here as well. So the cities there then are Madera to Tonopah, or actually even Modesto to Tonopah, California. I'm going to change that right now because that is a better spot to look. Okay, so then we move down, Victorville to Lake Havasu City, perhaps. Right here, this is our Pisgah crater that we're talking about. Victorville to Lake Havasu City. And I know some people have been saying that this is probably just military activity or whatnot, but that doesn't really explain these earthquakes, which are right next to Lavic Lake or Pisgah crater, as we were looking at. And the bombing center is somewhere around here. Actually, I'll zoom in and see if we can just see for sure that they're not on Army land. Actually, they might be. So this could be either proof of lava activity or proof of marine activity. And one thing that makes me a little bit curious about people saying that it is marine activity or military activity or forest fires is I've been learning lately that things usually aren't just coincidence. And so for all of these plumes, as it were, to be coming out of volcanic areas is really hard for me to dismiss just as coincidence. I understand that there's a bombing field here. However, there are bombing fields all over the entire United States, And I can't imagine how often they're practicing at any given moment, doing their practice bombing, or they can't be the only facility, I'm saying, that is doing this. And unless every single plume we see is based out of a military facility, and unless we can see every single plume that is being made by a military facility, every single practice bombing that's happening all the time throughout the United States, then it's difficult for me to kind of believe that military explanation. Anyways, after that rant, so Victorville to Lake Havasu City would be another spot. And then, oh, I missed this one. Moving back up to Seattle. Actually, we'll just skip that one and go to this one now. Hemet to Yuma, California. So here's Hemet and Yuma. So we're looking kind of this direction with this cluster here, which lands on top of this, Sultan Buttes. And so this is another area to look out for because this is also volcanic. So basically what I've done for you guys is just map out a few key... Oops, I missed one. I forgot the Washington one. Seattle to Abbotsford, Washington. So here's the earthquakes that we're seeing in Seattle right now. There's one here and one here. And Washington does have more than one volcano in that area. So here is one, and here is one. So that would be another area. So basically what I've done is I've made this list because I am not always able to be watching radar, but I really want us to be able to prove that this is something volcanic, that there's something venting, that it's not just military, it's not just fire. So we really need to get something, some kind of flat proof to show people that this is plausible. So since these areas are volcanic and have already had earthquake activity, in my head, I'm not sure if this is accurate, but that would mean to me that something else could happen as in regards to venting. So I've written these out for you guys. If you can help me keep an eye on these areas and see if any plume activity comes up, as well as the one that we were looking at in, I believe, Baja, California, as well as, I know a lot of people keep an eye out on the supervolcano in Yellowstone too. So, yep, I'll put this list in the information of my video, and hopefully you guys can catch something or I can catch something. Thank you. Bye.